Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have a huge miss from Tesla. At least we don't know, but that's what's coming out probably tomorrow morning. I would assume so. So I imagine the bears, they're getting excited. We've already had Tesla, revise their deliveries quite a bit. We know there was some downtime. We've seen some. I mean, the prior week was actually, I guess not prior, the one before. It was actually pretty rough, and some people were thinking, hey, it's going to be on deliveries. And again, I'm thinking we're going to get those tomorrow morning. And I think it's just going to be everybody. We saw Tesla. I think it's going to be up. Year over year. Tesla's still growing, but I think it's going to be down from expectations. And if you guys remember the one time, now Tesla had never done this before. They were supposed to deliver 100,000 vehicles, and they delivered like 98,000. You'd have thought Elon left, went to Mars, said, I'm done, packed up and left. I mean, people were like, the stock jumped off a cliff because they missed they outperformed anything they've ever done. Huge miss. Come on. So I do expect to see some of that tomorrow. I gotta say right now, I will probably be buying the dip on that. So while we're here, that bottom line on Tesla, what do we got? I have the expected moves, 234.25. And we got the top line, 266.19. All right, so that's our expected move for Tesla. I guess if the lows of last week were to break, I bet we're hopping on down to this 230-ish zone. And I gotta say right there I'm gonna be buying. Now, again, and for anybody that's watching me right now, for the rest of the year, I'm accumulating shares. So I told you guys, if you guys are following my Patreon account, that's the $5 a month. I post all the trades. I'm starting it over again. So we started January 1st with zero, and then we put in $150 on Friday. And a lot of you guys wanted to just wait till I was up over 100%. You're like, hey, I'm gonna join now. And now you guys are like, hey, what should we do? What should we do? Because we don't have that capital now. Like, how do we follow? One, it's not for you to it's not a call out service. Okay, that's illegal. But I post everything. When I take it, you do whatever you want with that information. Just to show you guys how I would grow that little amount. And what I'm going to do at the end of the year, I'm going to take all the profits, everything, and I'm going to put it in a SPY. And that's it. Then we're going to start over again. So hopefully pay attention to that one. But I got to say, the one revision I made from that is I'm going to keep Tesla. And we don't own Meta right now because we sold it. But Tesla and Meta. We're going to buy some Meta. I'm just too pumped about those. So whatever accumulation I do for the rest of the year on Tesla and Meta will stay in that account. So if you're in there now and you're thinking, what should I do? And you want to maybe follow along, when you see those plays, just know that I'm in them. We're holding them. Okay? That means if Tesla goes down to $50, we're still in it. So just know that I have a plan. Now, here's where I have seen people copy these trades. Not really. We've taken 4-day trades the whole year. They're just mostly just swings. But I've seen people, I can't say copy because they had their own plan. It was similar to mine, but then they exited different times. They don't have the numbers that I have because they exited at a bad time. Cody, where you at? I'm just kidding. I like to give him a hard time because he just he got scared, punked out. He left, and then we made money. Anyway, just want to shout him out. He's in my mentorship group, so I love to give him a hard time. Is the chat working? Is your guys' keyboards working? There's a lot of people not typing, and that makes me feel like maybe something's wrong with my... Give me 1 second. That's completely my bad. Should be... It was on members only mode. Cody should have been a member. I knew something was up. Thank you for that. Members only. Get wrecked. It's pay to play. You want to get this advice? You gotta, what's it, $5 a month? Anyway, sorry about that. I don't know why it was on members only mode. Genuinely sorry about that. If I followed the plays, I'd have the money to be a member. All right, so as far as Tesla goes, this is just the weekly charts. And the bulls and bears have the same argument. Like, the bulls are talking about this trend up. The bears are talking about this trend down. This one's certainly been your friend a little bit longer. Overall, Tesla just from 2021 to now, sideways. Nothing. We range from 140 to, if you want to go to the high side, 400. No big deal. 250 right in the middle. Yeah, that's really kind of it. After the most impressive, like, here's the Rona crash right here. This tiny little boop. It needs that sound effect. That was the most devastating crash the world's ever seen. And then we did all this. So after a move up like that, you know, everybody got rich off Tesla except for the people that think it's a scam, that didn't buy it, or that went short. Shout out to you guys. My account wouldn't be where it's at if it wasn't for you guys. So I genuinely hope you're watching. I appreciate you. Anyway, sideways. We're cooling things off. Clickbait done? No, I think the Tesla bears are incoming. I do think tomorrow we get the delivery news, and it's going to be a miss, which we'll reject right out of that zone and send it. If it hops down to here, I'm gonna buy it. But no, I fully expect tomorrow to all the bears come out of the woodwork, because there's finally, you know how they operate. They're mostly just red the whole time in their account. Then the stock market gets red, and they're like, yeah, told you guys. It eventually happened. So that being said, if we do see a bunch of red, I'm not going to be the first buyer on that train. I'm just going to get on the train later. I have no intentions of jumping on the tracks before that train takes off. Eddie, Don's talking about you. I'm a Tesla bear for this deliveries only. I think it's going to be tomorrow morning. If we don't have deliveries out by tomorrow morning, I do think I'm going to sell. I'm going to take some kind of bearish play. Like, I might sell a call spread, but I might even go aggressive with it. So let's say this is tomorrow. We do a whole lot of nothing. We got Powell speaking tomorrow. I might sell it a 250, 255 call spread. Maybe even a 247, 252. So I'll collect $250 on that spread. And if it drops down, I keep it in it. It's very much going to be a roulette trade, you know, because if it goes up, I lose the $200. They've reported on the second, the last 14 quarters. Yeah, which is going to be tomorrow morning or tomorrow after hours. I doubt it's going to be during market hours. Texas factories have not been running for big refits for about 2 months. Shouldn't be a surprise on the numbers. Yeah, it shouldn't be. But you know how the market's going to react. People are going to lose their minds. There's going to be people out there that just get genuinely shocked. Tesla didn't do 1 million cars? That's bearish. You're going to watch the, who's the clown where I just found out his dad works at GM. Always talking about Tesla should be $3. You know, he's going to be like, yeah, they're down. They have a demand problem. You know. And then you're going to pick your IQ back up off the floor and go on about your day and pretend you never heard that. You think Tesla will miss and stock go up? Everyone knows Tesla will miss. Yeah, I think that was this red candle back here. If they come in line, so they revised expectations, and if we hit that, so everyone knows it's going to miss, which is why they backed off expectations, but I think they're going to miss even that. So if it comes in line, bullish, they beat that, bullish. Personally, I think we're going to also beat the revisions, we're going to miss those two, and there's going to be even further red. So it's eventually what it's going to end up boiling down to is, yeah, there's going to be an announcement it's going to go up or down. I'm thinking the red's coming. Had I thought about this on Friday, I ended up getting just completely worked on Thursday and Friday, Thursday night and Friday. Had I thought about this during Friday, I probably would have taken the short spread already. If for some reason it's going to be announced after hours, then I'll do it tomorrow during the day. But I bet you're already on that ride. So what I'm looking for now is how far does it go? Here's the expected move, and then let's buy the dip. Tesla isn't going to have a record quarter, so I wonder what the bulls are going to say when the miss comes out. I don't know. So I genuinely love Tesla, but the bulls and bears, it's like listening to 7-year-olds bicker back and forth. Yeah, I just can't get behind it too much. Like, they always just, both sides will cherry pick data. You know, like Steve and Mark Ryan, he will only talk about like the bullish side. Like, he very much cherry picks certain data that he talks about. And then the same way with the other one, the bears. And they're like, oh yeah, they missed by 3 deliveries. there goes their demand. And you're like, yeah, there it goes. They just got a full lot sitting of Tesla, you know. No, Tesla delivery numbers are not out yet. All right, so let's kick it off with the markets. The dollar, well, rejected. It was doing all right. It's up right now. I am short the dollar, so that thing needs to come on down. So here's why I don't like how this looks right now. One, how many times have I made fun of somebody for going short a chart that looks like this? You know, that looks. This is the daily. This thing's got just one of the smoothest grinds up. So went short the dollar, panned out pretty well. Was going even better, and then closed like that on Friday. So that's kind of a bullish close, kind of just more of a continuation up. And are we going to be knocking on the door up there? So definitely look out for that. If anything, that's a potential short for gold. Tesla always moves. Huge news up or down. Yeah, Tesla deliveries is where the movement happens. It happens at deliveries, not earnings. By the time earnings comes out, then everybody knows. Like, there's just not a lot of surprise there. As far as Grandpa Russell, it's Grandpa Dow. What do we call him? Uncle Russ? All right. I got to be honest, that looks like a bear flag. Until it gets above that zone, that's today's open. Today's open actually pretty decent. So opened up, pushed up, hit that zone, kind of selling off. Right now, that does look like a bear flag. So you can't really be bullish till it gets above that zone. At least if you want to trade like I do. If you were going to play the bear flag, your stop would be above that wick. I have this area shaded in right here. This is 2 zones, but it's just a horizontal pattern. I don't care what the news is. If it's not nukes going off, then I'm buying it right here. I'm going to add a little bit more right here. And then that's that. I wonder if it'd even be worth buying a leap on IWM. Maybe I don't know if I'll do the next quarter out on futures, which is what I was planning on doing, but now I kind of want to go maybe IWM options. So you'll see it right down here. So maybe I grab a 165 for 9 months out. Maybe not a full leap, but Keeping It Real says he got a notice tonight. What's up? Everybody that got that notification, hit that thumbs up button for me. Give me a huge solid, if you will. All right, so this week's expected move on IWM. Bottom line is 172.77. Oh, come on. There we go. All right, 180.71. We're 3 cents off from last week. Oh, wow. Big mover. All right, let's talk about the NASDAQ. Got a little bit of a green open. Here's what I expect out of a speed bump zone. That just played out perfectly. Here's where that turbulence happens. It got pretty far up there. I want to say I'm bullish tech. We might be setting up for a good old-fashioned Pelosi spike. You know, volleyball spike. Powell's out there playing volleyball. Someone's going to send it up, and then spike it back down. So let's see where we're at tomorrow. See if we don't hit that. Then Powell talks. Kind of comes down. Not quite the bear flag look that Russell was doing, but also not far off. I guess I think short term I would be bullish, but I think more of just a leg up. Really, all we've done now. You can talk about the last 4 days are green, and that's cool. But really, here's all we've done. We had one red day, so here's Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, red, bright red, hit the bright yellow zone. And then we've been inside that the whole time. So until we break above or below and close above or below, that would be kind of probably where we're going. That would be our indicator, I guess. As far as the expected move goes. Let's get that out of here. All right, bottom line on QQQ, 349.92. Top line 366.62. So there's going to be our expected move for the Qs. I kind of bet we hit. So I'm going to get fried for this. I wonder if we're setting up for one of those weeks where we hit both. gaps up, goes up, we push up, we tag that, send it all the way back down off some surprising super bearish news. As far as the S&P goes, we are at the, so I made this bright yellow because that's kind of just like where I'm at with it. Like this is gonna be a pretty decent zone to hold. Whether you're trying to scalp, buy the dip, catch the knife, whatever it is, I thought this would be a decent level, and we hit it. And the buck kind of stopped there, but there's been zero follow through. And if you're bullish, that should make you nervous. The bears ramrodded that thing into the zone, and the bulls are like, please don't do that again because we can't handle it. But if you could just not, that'd be great. Kind of like right here. Went screaming into it, hit that zone, went sideways, and then went forward again. It's almost identical play, just to the downside. So I don't know if I'd even give it that red wick. I would think if we don't start cruising, it's not going to be good. If we're even testing this type 2 area down here, we even hint that we're going to break that yellow box, I bet we're coming on down to the lower one. I'm gonna have to stick with a bullish beginning of the week, and then we just get rocked off of some news. 435.59. $419.37. I'll save that. For everybody that has my charts, that is updated for you guys. Let's do the rest of them before we get out of here. We already did Tesla. Let's go over Meta. Meta's expecting 11.55 this week. Please. I'm in Meta. I guess I'll leave that on there. I was just thinking, I don't think I'm going to stop out. I think that's not going back on. 288.66. $311.76. Ooh, I think I'm probably gonna be buying Meta tomorrow. So if you're in the Patreon or you're in my membership group, I would watch out for that. I think I'm gonna be we're gonna start grabbing some Meta again. All right, Microsoft. We got kind of a bounce out of weekly zone. Microsoft 307.34. And the upper line 324.16. Put this right in that zone. Man, I don't know, like if it hits that zone, I don't know if I would want to take a bearish play or not. While that might make sense, the setup might be there, I just don't know how comfortable I feel shorting Microsoft. I kind of want to just grab some more shares and just stick to accumulating that. All right, NVIDIA. Man, that looks like a bear flag. What is going on with TradingView? I know there's zones on here, so we'll give it a second. I have a short put at 285 on Meta. I think you're going to be fine on that one. NVIDIA 417.76. NVIDIA finally cooling off. I think it's time to... if you want to buy NVIDIA, I think don't quote me on this because, again, it's your money, not mine. The coast might be clear. It's been just on that steady, just running rampant up. I thought it wasn't even loading. We just gapped up that high. The move NVIDIA has been on, I think we're just cooling off now. And then grabbing it at these lows like that, I think should be a better buy. Amazon getting wrecked. All right, Amazon's expected move. We'll put that 122.81. And the upper range, 131.43. Man, that very well could. So the thing is, catching this knife on Amazon, look at everything we just did. And we broke new lows, like, well, more recent lows. Like, we broke this low, if you want to call that a higher low. Like, we broke through it. We are officially, like, reversal territory. And now we're like, kind of want to catch that knife. if you did catch that knife, I would let it make new lows with someone else's money, not yours. That's a plan that I've usually been happy with, is that stock can do whatever it wants, but will it do it with my money is the question. Apple 166.43. All right, in the upper moved 175.99. And if you're in my midship group, what do you guys think? So I posted the Excel document. That's why I was late today. I was going to put it together, so I don't have to, like, you know, if you've seen the previous ones, I show you the expected move, and then I take the ruler and I click and drag to kind of really show you guys that. But if you're brand new, go back and watch an older stream. But for the people that have been here, this should pick up the pace quite a bit more. As far as Apple goes, that would be a knife catch. It is one, so if you can see here, I do have alerts. I'd actually had it sandwiched because if that goes up, I do want to buy it. So if Apple gaps down tomorrow, it's going to keep going. I'll move that alert down. But I do gotta say, Apple's, I sold a huge chunk of it, 75% at 175. Really thinking the shorts were just going to attack it, and the whole market crashed. Apple didn't. I'm going to just get back into it now. That's not on a trading preference. That's just on investment account. You said the Excel document makes it way easier. Yeah, I thought it might. Oops. All right, Google 134.68. So if you don't know about these numbers, we've got, well, I have plenty of videos talking about where I get it from. 127.04. How close was that? Anyway, what it means, where I get it from, how I do it. Now it's just going to be all behind the scenes. Big thanks for the numbers in the Excel format. You guys could have just said that a long time ago. I'm still a visual person, but I can toss those numbers up for you anytime. As far as Google goes, I gotta say, after Meta's presentation, Meta is my number one. I think it's gonna be my number one AI stock. NVIDIA and Microsoft. So we gotta put that in a different category. There's NVIDIA and Microsoft. Those are my favorite AI companies. Meta is going to be the person that brings AI to people. After watching that presentation, the new smart glasses that are only $300 that you can live stream from, that's amazing. The new mixed reality Oculus that's coming out, where, you know, if I had my desk right here and there's only one monitor, my laptop, you know, on the goggles, I can have 16 monitors. I can look like Timothy Sykes. Ross had a baby, and that's me. I have 42 monitors, right? The cool thing about that is I don't need to plug 42 TVs in. I think people are going to find uses in that, and that's what's going to finally, because right now there's the nerds that know about AI, and there's everybody else just continuing on with their life. Once there's a use case scenario for just the average person, it's going to get a lot bigger. And I'm pumped about, because Meta's not going to be the only one. I think they're just going to be the one that really introduces and gets that surge going. Cody says, I don't like the Excel. Yeah, I'm a visual person, so I'd much rather this chart. But it's no problem. Well, we'll do both. We're not going to pick one or the other. We can still wait and get the updated chart when you upload it, though, right? Yeah, like it's saved right now. You got it. I know it says June. Just keep using that. Occasionally, someone will try to like just keep it, so I'll refresh it. You know, I have people sign up, look at the chart link, and then they'll try to cancel, and then I've got to keep them on their toes. You know. Anyway, I do have to get to my mentorship group right now. Ladies and gentlemen, this really might be the final week. That join link is in the description down below. So if you are curious about that, that's the teachable link. That's lifetime. That's one time, and that's it. Again, a company is going to handle the onboarding for me now. So everything changes as far as the onboarding process. And I got to say, this might be the final week that option is even available. So if you're curious about that, check that out down below. And Midship, we're going live right now. Everyone else, I will see you guys for sure on Tuesday. Might have to do a tomorrow video when the Tesla delivery numbers come out. So make sure you guys have that notification bell on, and I will see you then. Have a good one.